Hi, I'm Jackie Leavenworth, CRS educator, national trainer and coach, but more importantly, 27-year real estate veteran. My passion? Reading the marketplace and helping sellers get their expectations closer to reality. Oh, and by the way, in a way that they'll still like and love me. So let's take 5 minutes to talk about some pricing strategies that I believe you can use today. As soon as you watch this, go out and change your business. Strategy number 1. Let's stop setting a list price for sellers. In fact, I just heard in the hall someone saying, wow, the current market price for this home should be. You know what? You and I can't tell what the current market value is for a home, especially in this transitional market. We have got to stop trying to predict the future, trying to be these Karnaks of the real estate world, and then, more importantly, stop taking ownership of that number. Because the minute we take ownership of that number and give it to the seller, they blame us if it doesn't happen. So let's get out of that. Number 2, let's think about the words that we're using. We use the term active listings. When we're going out to the seller, we're showing comparable homes. We go to our MLS and we pull the actives and the solds, and perhaps you do the expireds and the pendings. Well, just the word active by itself means, if you look it up in a dictionary, activity. I'll bet you in your marketplace that there is at least 50 to 70% of the homes on the market that are getting zero activity. So why would we tell the seller that these are the active listings? They're not getting activity. They're simply unsold listings, not active listings. While we're on words, let's do number 3. Number 3, I want to talk to you a little bit about the words price versus position. The word price, if you go to Noah Webster, you will find that price actually means worth or value. So if I come into a seller's home and I say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, look, here's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to study the market. We're going to figure out how to price your home. Then we'll establish a list price for your home. The seller's mentality, they believe that what we just said is that that number is the worth or value of their home. And I said it in strategy number 1, you and I can't predict worth or value. Not at all, especially in this market. So, instead of using the term price, we have converted, and we've done this since 1996, by the way, we use the term position. If you go to Webster's Dictionary on position, it simply means where you place something amongst others. So should we really be pricing a home and suggesting to a seller what their home is worth? Or should we be simply saying, here are all the homes competing with you, where would you like to position your home on that list so that we can have some compelling reason for the buyers to want to see your home instead of all those others? That brings me to strategy number 4. Strategy number 4. Competition versus comparables. You know, it's so interesting to me, and having sold real estate for 27 years, I did CMAs forever. That's how we price homes. And all of a sudden, in 1996, I figured out something that I had never, ever factored in. During the sale of my own home, as a matter of fact, I found out that what was competing with me for the buyer's attention in my price range was not at all the comparable homes. It wasn't the other 4-bedroom, 3-bath, story-and-a-half homes in my city that were competing. It was actually new construction competing with my 67-year-old brick beauty. It was actually townhouses and condominiums competing with my freestanding home. If buyers wanted to spend X number of dollars, they had X number of choices in their price range, and it didn't just include the homes that were just like mine. And we have not been educating sellers as to the buyer's perspective on their home versus the appraiser's perspective of their home. Do you know that if I went strictly to my iPhone this moment, to Realtor.com app, and I put in within 5 miles of me, and I were a buyer wanting to buy between $100,000 and $150,000, do you know I'd have 111 choices on the Realtor.com site right now to choose from? And do you know if I changed my mind and said, I don't think I'm going to drive 5 miles, I think I'll drive 10, 466 homes are available for me to choose from. Do you think that that information might help your sellers get a little more realistic when they position their homes in today's marketplace. See, you and I have only been telling them there's 3 or 4 on the CMA competing. Not at all true. So that brings me to number 5. When we put a home on the market, it used to be that the first showing on the home was in the home. I sold a lot of homes. First showings were in the home. But in the world of the internet, it is a price war to the door, and the price war begins on the internet. And the shoppers, the buyers, go there, they put in their price range, they put in this big old area, and they figure out how many choices they have. And the first showing on your home is right there. They have choices. What is the compelling description? What are the pictures? What are the visual tours of the home? How are you going to compel these buyers to look at this home instead of the other 466 that they have available within 10 miles? That's a great question, don't you think? So, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, the first showing on your home used to be in your home. Today, it's on the internet. Where we position your home within this list of all the buyer choices will help us get second showings on your home. My job is to get as many first showings as possible. Where you position your home will help us get second showings. That means that they'll come out of their bunny slippers, out of their home, to your front door, and that's our goal. So folks, we've given you 5 strategies here. Stop setting list price and being predictors of the real estate world. It doesn't work, and don't take ownership. They're not active listings, they're unsold properties. We position properties, we don't price them, we don't establish worth and value. Competition, not all competition is comparable. And the first showing on your home is now on the internet. It is a price war to the door. I'm Jackie Leavenworth, and I hope that this helps you in your business.